Okay, so the Christian narrative of Jesus dying for your sins and him suffering because he loved you. Now, he did not die for your sins, but understand this. His suffering was not in vain, okay? It's a there's a symbol behind it, right? In order to understand and unlock Christ consciousness, you have to go through an immense amount of suffering because you really can't understand the darkness of this world if you yourself haven't faced it, right? So the people that are nowadays understanding Christ consciousness, it is because they went through such darkness, such duality and separation, to where they woke up from the illusion and realized we are all one. So keep that in mind, that there will be people that will arise with Christ consciousness, with the same fruit that Yeshua bared. And this fruit will have its seeds and it will spread to others, right? But it will really only hit with those who are going through suffering. Those who aren't going through the suffering won't even be receptive to it. And in a way, they're going through their own suffering. They're the suffering of delusion and pride, even if they don't realize it, right? But as the collective consciousness between what we think is good and evil, the two sides that are battling on this planet and overfuming, as revelations, which is what that is pretty much describing, as that comes to pass, the suffering on this planet will not be able to be denied by the majority, right? The collective will become suffering, right? And it is these people who were destined to go through this before the fact that are going to be the lighthouses when this all transpires, right? But the good news is this suffering is a great thing. When all of this bad stuff starts happening, it is the doorway, the gateway to unlock the Christ consciousness within others. They're going to have to go through the suffering for some time. Why do you think the Revelation says that there's going to be 7 years of hell? There's going to be all, like, you need to go through this hell and this chaos for some time to truly understand it. You need to feel like it's never going to end for you to eventually wake up with a sense of love and compassion and unity. And then you just wake up and realize the illusion. Many of us star seeds and light workers, and I don't even really like saying that because 99% of the people that call themselves that is to inflate their spiritual ego. So I don't even really like saying that, but it's just really the only way I can describe it. Like, there are those of us that it was our path to do this, to go through suffering internally before the external end times, which are just beginning, right? It is those people who will be the lighthouses in these times of distress. So fear not, God always has a plan, right? Like, nothing's going to go unchecked. It is people like myself, people with this awakened consciousness, that will balance out this darkness. And it's not a fight. That's where religion gets it wrong. It's not this battle, right? It's not a battle between the light and the dark. It is the light shining on the darker shadow of the collective, right? And in doing that, we become one. Because you can't battle. There can't be light and dark. If there's only one, what is there to battle? There's not. As I was saying in previous videos, this is the forbidden fruit. The idea that there's two forces that are at odds and one is meant to overcome the other. It's like the yin and the yang, you know? All religions do have this truth within it, but they've all become so corrupt that you might as well stop looking there. I mean, if you understand this, you'll then be able to see, like, where it began and then where it went wrong. But it's to the point where it's so far gone, and it's even getting that way with Christianity. due to many things. The dualistic mind trying to understand Christ's teachings, right? On Yeshua's teachings. And besides that, the opposing dark forces which aren't evil but feel threatened by its opposition, which have altered the words heavily, right? So I want you to understand that these elites and all these people, they're not inherently evil, because evil doesn't exist, and that might enrage you because you feel like they're causing so much danger and death on the planet, and they are. But it's only a reflection of the danger and death within themselves. So we have to have compassion for everybody. Now, that does not mean justifying it. Like, this won't be a clear-cut path, but it is through loving our neighbors that we will be able to understand this. And we have to love ourselves first. Like Yeshua says, I'm trying to remember how he worded it. Yeshua says, like, to take you can't even get, like, the log out of your own eye, but you want to take the splinter out of someone else. Now, obviously, the religious people might quote me that that's not verbatim of what he said, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. I don't memorize scriptures to, like, get my point across. I speak from the living word, which Yeshua spoke from, right? But it is in loving our neighbor and healing that darkness within ourselves that even makes us capable of handling the darkness in others, right? So, like it says in Revelations, there's gonna be times where brothers and sisters, we're all fighting amongst each other. This is the times. It is the times. But like I said, it's not in the sky. The kingdom is within you, right? If God is in the kingdom, and Yeshua says the kingdom is within you, and God and Christ are one, then I ask you, where also is Christ? Have a good day.